Captain, I've just returned from the castle with the extra provisions you requested. My men are unpacking the wagon as we speak.
And Her Majesty?
Her Majesty has granted us permission to give chase to the enemy, Captain.
Good. I knew Her Majesty would agree. The time is of the essence when chasing villains like these. You've done fine work tonight, soldier. Go on and get yourself rested. You've earned it.
Thank you, Captain.
Actually, wait.
Yes, Captain.
Were you able to check up on His Highness?
I wasn't able to see the prince, sir. His Highness had locked himself within his room, and he wouldn't answer to anyone. Not even the honor guards, sir.
I see. Poor lad. He's known peace better than almost any of his predecessors. He's probably just frightened by the sudden onset of this conflict. That will be all, soldier. Rest well.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Recruit. Is he gone? All right. Now that it's just you and me out here, I think we both know the prince didn't lock himself away out of fear. You saw that look he gave me when I marched you away from him. It's only a small handful of times throughout the past where I've seen His Highness that upset. He won't be quick to forgive me, I'm afraid. But that isn't what concerns me, recruit. What in blazes was that in the training yard today? You think you can just peruse the body of our good prince right out in the open like that? Good gods, man! What if his mother had been wandering by? Really, you're lucky it was me who found you, and not Her Majesty, or anyone else for that matter. I know to handle these things carefully. A grace not awarded to anyone else in our company, I'm afraid. Now, listen well, recruit. I'm inclined to accuse you of attempting to seduce His Highness. I could clap my hands together and have you exiled in a blur. But I just couldn't fool myself so blindly like that. I'm not exactly sure what's going on between you two, but I can tell His Highness cares for you sincerely. If he did not, why, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But it seems you've somehow won my prince's favor. I would have no place in telling His Highness he could not have you if you are truly what he wants. What? You thought? Me? Really? Well, you did just enlist with us recently. It's not a thing you would have come to learn until much later. But, well, in short, I wouldn't dare. The truth is, I've known him since the day he was born. Watched him learn and grow, and mature, for as much maturity as the boy has. One day, His Majesty, King Aranor, Prince Eliwood's father, rode out on campaign to drive back the barbarians of the south. He took 500 elite knights with him, and swore to return with the barbarian king's head. It's been 15 years, and we haven't received word of their fate since. Now, Stormright holds amicable relations with the other houses, so the other lords of the realm surely would have told us if they were seen. But not even several forays of Stormright's finest into the land of barbarians have garnered any news of His Majesty's whereabouts. To this day, the Queen refuses to believe His Majesty has passed on, along with the 500 he held in his company. But, between you and me, recruit, most of us have given up all hope of seeing His Majesty again. Live or dead, the king has left us. It's rather a sore subject in court, I'm afraid. You'd do best to avoid any mention of the king at all in Her Majesty's presence, recruit. Anywho, all that is to say, I'm the closest thing His Highness has had to a father since the king left. Yes. Do you understand now why I've treated you the way I have? It isn't just because you're new, although that is no small part of it. It's also because the prince has taken a personal interest in you, and it's my responsibility to ensure you do not abuse his trust. Untold thousands of comely suitors and suitresses are passed over by the fairest prince in all Ordania for you. You had better not take that honor lightly, Sir Knight. Let us speak no more of this while the enemy is still at large. I'll have plenty more to say to you when we return to the castle. Until then, recruit, I suggest you conduct yourself dutifully and obey your orders to the letter. Show me why you deserve our prince's favor. Because if you screw this up and hurt my prince, emotionally or otherwise, then you'll be going to your grave in pieces, and I'll put you there myself. Now then, it's just about time for first watch. I'm sure you can handle this one, recruit. Remember to keep your eyes peeled. I can feel it in the air. Those lunatics will be back at any moment. As soon as you glimpse anyone not in our company, come and wake me immediately. Otherwise, I have second watch, so just come and get me then. If you waken me for any other reason, your ears will be ringing like a dinner bell for days on end, and that's on Meridia. Now, hop to. I'll see you in a few hours, I hope.
Ooh-hoo. 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 Psst. Sir Knight. Over here. Well, this is rather unlike you, sir. Oh, I startled you. I see. You must really have been in the zone there, It's rather admirable to see. I admit, I could have revealed myself sooner. What do you mean, what am I doing here? It's hardly your place as my bodyguard to be questioning me so. We're still in my house's domain. Do you think I can't go wherever I please? It isn't safe for me, you say? Oh, my dear Sir Knight. I wouldn't be so foolish as to come along unarmed. And besides, that's what I have you for, isn't it? Am I not safest here, under safeguard of my good Sir Knight? No, the captain isn't going to kill you for this. If he did that, I'd simply have him killed, and then I'd pay a competent wizard to trade his soul for yours. Easy breezy. A joke, albeit in poor taste, I admit. In all seriousness, dear sir, do put the captain out of your mind. I won't allow him, or anyone, or anything else, to come between me and my darling, loyal, handsome Sir Knight. Thus I have decreed. You're still worried about me, aren't you? I suppose it can't be helped, then. But I'm already here, and to go back to the castle now would be a tremendous bother for all parties involved. Instead of that, let's head into camp and find somewhere more private to talk. Oh, please, you think I'm worried about being seen by the captain or his knights? I'm their prince. Why should I have to sneak about within my own house's encampment? Now, come, escort me, Sir Knight. My, I never would have guessed you would actually have your own tent. You must have been quite well off in your time before serving me. It's actually more spacious than it looks from the outside. Would that we could leave it built here. I'd be curious to see how it would look with my decorative touch. I see your bedroll is already undone. Did you perhaps sneak a little shut-eye when you were finished setting up? Don't worry, I won't tell the captain if you did. It'll be our little secret. You know, I wasn't sure how to bring this up, but I overheard your conversation with LeChance earlier. Yes, I was being a bit of a sneak, I'll admit. I've actually gotten quite good at it over the years. Oh, don't get the wrong idea, sir. Rest assured, I'm not in with the wrong people or anything like that. Let's just say I've a bit of a late-night sweet tooth, and it's more convenient for me if I don't have to talk to anyone to and from the royal kitchens in the dead of night. But, anywho, it seems you've learned about my father. King Aranor, breaker of barbarians, might have 1,000 swords. It's all right, dear sir. You don't have to look so solemn. It's been many years. All the hard feelings have come and gone. And besides, you're my personal guard. You deserve to know. I do still wonder sometimes if he might not be dead. For a while, I believed it. I hoped, at worst, he'd only lost all his knights and was just too ashamed to come back, having suffered such a tremendous defeat. I was still a child then. I'm afraid I don't remember much from those days. But one of the things I remember best about my father, he was very proud, but he liked to let his actions speak for themselves. If he were to come back now, I wouldn't put it past him to return with a whole other army he'd rebuilt from the ground up, as well as a whole other kingdom under his charge. But I've simply let go of all that. King Aranor was well loved, but Stormright has had no choice but to carry on without him. And, to tell you the truth, since my mother has assumed command, our hearths have grown, and our harvests have improved. Now, that isn't to say my father's absence hasn't caused its own issues, but my mother has been a worthy queen for her people, and I sincerely believe the common folk would agree. We've been at peace for over a decade. Although, it seems the time for peace may yet be at its end. Have you encountered the enemy yet? I thought not. I didn't note any signs of battle on the trail out here. Such a strange incident. They make like they're going to attack the castle, then they turn heel and abscond into the forest. It's all rather eerie, wouldn't you say? Really? You think they might be setting up for an ambush? The captain is counting on it, you say? I see now why you thought it was so dangerous for me to come. He's set a counter-ambush. I could have guessed as much. Then so it is. It looks like I'll be joining you on the eve of battle, Sir Knight. What? Don't look so perturbed, Sir Knight. I can fight too, after all. True, I've never crossed blades with someone who meant to kill me, but I can only learn so much through theory alone. A good prince must know battle. What kind of ruler would I be if I had never even fought a battle for myself? After all, I am King Aranor's only son. Even if I think war is all just a big bother, I must be able to match his strength someday. It's my duty, as prince to my people. As you yourself are a knight, my dear sir. You must understand, don't you? Right. So please, don't worry for me, all right? Well, actually, I'm okay with that. Allow me to rephrase. Don't underestimate me. You held back against me at the training grounds today because you thought I couldn't seriously take you on, isn't that so? Well, I'll have you know I'm full of surprises. So, next time we spar together, you had better give me everything you've got. If you don't, I'll know. And I'll be very cross with you. Understood? Good boy. I mean, Sir Knight. I should very much look forward to our next sparring session, Sir Knight. I hope you'll take what I've said to heart. Shh, now hush. Someone's coming.
Ah, Your Highness. I thought I might find you here.
Captain? To what do I owe the pleasure?
Pardon the intrusion, Your Highness, but I've just received word from Her Majesty that the prince has gone missing from his room.
Did she find my letter?
She did, my lord. I still must confirm your safety, Your Highness.
Well, is that not indeed confirmed before your eyes now?
For the moment, my lord, but we're expecting to be beset by the enemy at any moment. Forgive my blunt counsel, Your Highness, but it was unwise to come here. Now, you're in far more danger than you've ever been.
Forgive me, Captain, but if I required your blunt counsel, I would have asked for it. I don't recall doing that.
Yes, Your Highness.
Now, rather than remain a liability as some prince coward to be coddled by his knights, I will bolster the men's morale by fighting at their side. My mind is made up on this, Captain. Do not try to refute me.
As you wish, Your Highness.
My bodyguard tells me you anticipate an ambush. Is that correct, Captain?
Yes, my lord. We stand ready for a counterattack at a moment's notice.
Good. Then I suppose there's nothing left to do but wait.
Captain LeChance! Alarm! They're coming!
Ah, right on time.
All right, soldier. Give the signal and have your men close up ranks.
Yes, sir.
Recruit, just keep your eye on the enemy, yes? Protect our prince at all costs. For Stormright.
Well then, Sir Knight. Stay close to me. You watch my back and I'll watch yours, Let us send these dissidents crying back to their homes with tucked tails and red bottoms. For Stormright.